I'm here to talk to you today about the different lighting systems. As you just saw, you saw a couple of versions of lights that weren't so great, and then this particular light, which is absolutely amazing. So I wanted to talk to you about which company this is from. It is called the Makeup Light. And the Makeup Light is actually geared towards makeup artists. And basically anybody that needs to go on location and requires good lighting in order for their work to look the best that it can possibly be. So if you're a YouTuber, if you're an Instagram person, if you're doing a lot of social media type of stuff and you need beautiful lighting, this is the perfect light for you. If you're an artist that's going on location and you're going to different hotel rooms and stuff, then this is definitely the right light for you. Now, how do I know that? Because I'm actually a professional makeup artist and I have 15 years experience. I also have been using the Makeup Light now for this whole past year. So I've had a good time with it to be able to realize, if this is the light for me for sure. And it has now become a staple, an absolute staple in my kit. I will not do a job, especially one on location, without the makeup light. So some of the things that I really love about it is it's really light. It's very portable. The light panel itself is actually, doesn't overheat or anything like that, so you can completely pack it up immediately after you're finished your job or whatever it is you're doing. Pack it up and you don't have to worry about burning your equipment or anything like that. The other thing that I really like about it is it's not so much more for me to carry. Like, I have a hair kit bag that I have to take. I have my makeup kit. I also take a chair with me on location. And adding this in wasn't difficult. It actually fit right into my stuff. And I will show you all the things that came with my particular kit. Now, I'll show you on the website itself. It's called themakeuplight.com. I have what's called the Key Light Starter Package. Okay, and that one comes with, the stand. There's a gooseneck, which is amazing because having the gooseneck actually gives you a curved ability to move the light in any direction that you like. And it also comes with a carrying case and then the dimmable switch. So that's, I think, pretty awesome for a starter kit for sure. If you like, you can also get them as a double package where you can get 2 lights and it gives you a discounted rate if you do 2 at the same time. However, I've had this one for the whole year now, and I honestly don't feel like I need to have the second light. I feel like this is enough for me personally. You might choose to do 2. I mean, I know if you're shooting videos and stuff like that, maybe you would want 2 on either side of you in place of having a softbox or umbrella lighting or something, which would be great. But I find this is enough lighting for my space, so you make that decision for yourself. Okay, so the other thing is, there's a few things that I wish had been a bit more improved on it. So the only thing that I wish was a little bit better on it is, one of the things is the stand that it comes on itself. It is extremely sturdy, very versatile. You can actually spread out the legs as far as you want, or you can compact them and make it narrow, which is great. However, because of all the maneuverability on the stand, it is a little bit heavier than my other stands that I have. So there's a bit of weight to that for sure. One of the other things that I don't love about it is that you can dim the light. However, when you dim the light, there's, I think, four lighting levels that you can go to. Once you dim it, you start getting that feedback on camera, which kind of gives you a bit of a flicker. So I normally keep mine at full strength, full light, and just kind of pull it back further from the subject. So that works well for me. Maybe if you are not crazy about it, the other option is to get their filters, which they were generous enough to give as a bonus to me, which is great, so I can show you those filters as well. So these are the filters that you can get. They're basically gels. They come in this package here. It's kind of like one of those paper pouches, and then you can pull them out and use them as needed. So I'll show them to you first, and then maybe what I'll do is have them put on the light so you can see how it affects me each time. So this one is my favorite one. This one is probably the best one to use for the dimming. The next one is this one, which gives you kind of a blue effect. Sorry, I'll move my hand out of the way. A blue effect or a blue tinge if you want a cooler light. This is primary red. Ooh. Red light district. Anyways. And this one, it doesn't say on it. but it's kind of like the peachier toned one. And then this one, which is the yellow. So if you need a warmer light, then I would say go with this one. And that's all of them. So this is the dimmer one that I would use if I needed a dimmer lighting situation, but to be honest, I don't necessarily feel I need that. So this is the blue filter, and it gives you like a really blown kind of blue filter effect for sure. So this is the peachy toned filter. It doesn't have a name on it, but it kind of gives a peach effect to the whole picture, which would be nice if you want a softer look. So as you can see, this one is the red filter. It's very, very red. And this one is called Straw in the pack, and it also has kind of a more of a yellow tinge to it. Okay, and this is back to the normal lighting. So like I said before, this for me is perfect. I don't feel like I need it to be dimmer or anything like that. I find this works perfectly well when I'm doing makeup on my clients and stuff. I find this gives the most attractive lighting. It makes all of my colors, saturation, and everything show true to life. So I don't have to worry about whether it's going to look right in the daylight outside, whether I'm going to be in a dim room, you know, like a wedding hall or something like that, or on set or anything. I find it looks perfect in every lighting situation once I do the makeup with this light, because it gives me the true light, so I can color match foundation perfectly. You know, that's something as an artist that you need to have down pat. So to be able to match the skin perfectly, you need to have the proper light. And sometimes we don't always have a window to be able to bring our client to the window and say, like, let's see, is this going to be, you know, in the natural lighting, if it's going to work or not for the day that you're going to be having their event, or whether it's on set, on location, whatever it is, you may not have the perfect lighting. And if it's a foggy day, you're in trouble. So it's better to have the makeup light as your, you know, best friend in all situations. If you do end up getting just the basic starter kit, I highly recommend that you get the suction cup clamp, as well as the clamp, the small clamp, which I personally don't have, so I can't show you right now, but I really recommend those, because if you're in a hotel, sometimes it's a situation where you may not be able to set up a lighting pole as well, because if the photographer is there, you might be taking up too much space, and they need to get closed in to get those beauty shots that they need to get, or even on set. You never know when you're on site at a, you know, for a photo shoot, or if you're doing an editorial, if you're doing film or anything like that, you don't get a lot of space to work in often, especially, and also on runway. Like, I've done runway, and you get a very small space to work with. So in those situations, it's ideal to have the suction cup clamp as well as the regular clamp, because you can just attach it, you know, to your chair, or if you have a mirror in front of the subject, the client, or what the talent, whatever the situation may be, you can clamp it to the mirror and have the perfect lighting right there for you without any extra poles or anything like that. So that's one of the big things I would recommend for sure. And we're back. So as a makeup artist, I definitely went ahead and bought the first lighting that ever came out that was geared towards makeup artists. And I bought the classic version, and I found that that one was way too yellow. It was very portable, very light to take, but way too yellow. And when I was working, the makeup would actually show up in a much warmer tone, and then when my client would move into a different lighting, it would just look completely off tone from what it should be. So my foundation colors and stuff wouldn't match up properly. And then I went ahead, when they came up with a new version, I bought the updated version, which is it's supposed to be the better daylight light, and that one ended up being way too blue. So again, when I would be doing makeup, the foundation color would be a little bit off and a little bit too cool. So then the makeup, I would try to counteract it by warming up the makeup, and then when they would go into their lighting situation for their day, it wouldn't work out. So in comes the makeup light, and it was superb. I have not been paid to do this video. I have bought each of the items in the video with my own money, and yeah, that's my disclaimer. So the only reason I'm doing this video is because I actually really believe in the product. It is amazing, so you should definitely go ahead and make that purchase. Like, don't hesitate at all. It will really change your makeup game. It will change your video game. Video game. It will change your Instagram pictures, everything. It will change your life. So definitely go ahead and purchase it. And as a bonus, the makeup light company was very generous, and they've given me a discount code. So you can type in ISEMA10 at the place of purchase. When you do it online, you can enter ISEMA10, and I'll have that in the description box below as well, and you will get 10% off. So that's bonus. And like I said, I'm not being paid for this at all. It's just because I really, really love the product. Excuse me while I fan myself. And I will put a link in the what is it? The dialog box?
Dialogue box?
What's it called?
The description box?
In the description box below.